name is Adam Lopez, and I'm a professional baseball player with the White Sox organization. This past season, I was in Kannapolis in their low-A affiliate. It's kind of you against the world, really. I mean, ball's in your hands. You're the one that kind of controls the tempo of the game. It's like my second home. When I'm out there, I don't see fans, I don't see anyone, I don't hear anything. It's just me, that hitter, and the catcher. You're testing your body to push it to the limit every single day. So I mean, it's always in the back of your head that you could get hurt, and I mean, it's part of the game. I was doing an agility pack, kind of just in the gym, and in between each set of agilities, I'll run like a couple wind sprints or a suicide. And I was in the middle of a suicide, and I went to plant and change directions, and my knee just buckled inwards, and I kind of just fell, and I was like, that's probably not good. So I got home, elevated it, iced it, you know, the whole rice thing. And the next morning I woke up and I was like, wow, this is really uncomfortable. It didn't hurt, but I couldn't really put too much pressure on it. I couldn't straighten my leg or bend it anymore.
Adam showed up in my office. I saw him initially after his trauma. The MRI confirmed his diagnosis, which was pretty obvious on physical exam.
95% sure it's torn ACL. And I was just like, wow, I thought it was absolutely nothing. Good thing I came in, huh? So I mean, then he ordered MRI, and it's, like you said, torn ACL. At first I was kind of skeptical because obviously I hadn't known him, and this is for my career, so I was like, well, maybe I should fly to Chicago, get the team doctor to do it.
After talking with his team physician and discussing what our treatment plan was here in Fredericksburg at Mary Washington, the team physician saw no benefit for him to travel to Chicago. There was going to be no difference in what they were going to do operatively versus what I do operatively.
McDermott's actually one of the best knee doctors in the area, so I lucked out.
ACL reconstruction, allograft, partial medial meniscectomy versus meniscal repair.
Initially, he had a torn meniscus as well as a torn ACL, so we attacked his medial meniscal tear first. And sometimes they can be repaired and sewn together, but unfortunately his tear was unrepairable, so we removed the piece of the meniscus that was torn off, which then allowed us to go and treat his anterior cruciate ligament, which was the major part of the case. We initially either take a graft from the patient and use that as his new ligament. We usually harvest a couple of tendons from their hamstrings, or we can use it from a cadaver. Once that graft is made on the back table, we size it to a certain size, and then we start making some holes through both his tibia and the femur to be the new sockets for that new graft, and we hold that in position with either some screws or suture on both sides of the knee. And a few decades ago, an ACL ligament could have been devastating to a person's ability and their activity level. But nowadays, most patients should expect to get back to their preoperative level. People need to know that the state-of-the-art care is here in Fredericksburg, and there's no need to leave the community to even perform on a major league level.
One of our coaches told us that getting to the bigs isn't the hard part, it's staying in the bigs, and my goal isn't to get there, it's to stay there. The rehab protocol is pretty standard for an ACL tear, so with the White Sox they're saying 6 to 8 months. I'm going to shoot for 6 months. That's like the fastest I'll let someone come back, but I mean, what's going to happen is going to happen. I'm just going to keep my head up and keep doing what I do.